Steelers Nation NFL family. Dwayne Haskins and the Steelers quarterback situation is kind of a huge question mark right now. But before we get into that, stop delaying the inevitable and subscribe. So let's get into this. Do I think he can be a starter in this league? Yes. Do I think he'll start for us at some point this season? Also, yes. He needs to work on his mechanics and accuracy, but that all stems from, again, his mechanics, which should be fixed with Matt Canada, a really good offensive mind, coming in and helping him. But what I like to see watching his tape is he can use his legs. I know there's a ton of people saying he wasn't the fastest, which is true, but game speed is much different from combine speed, and he seems to have a good pair of mobile legs. Like right here, he's going to roll out. This is going to be very valuable in Canada's offense if you can roll out and use your legs. We talk about his arm strength, and he does have a lot of zip on his ball. Sometimes he'll twist the hips and the ball will go flying the other direction because he doesn't really, try that much on that throw. He needs to learn how to really use that arm power and drive it to his receiver to be more accurate because, again, people like Josh Allen, for example, have bigger arms, but sometimes that can work against you because you have all this throwing power. You just need to learn how to harness it. Like right here, it's basically the same thing, a rollout, which I love the fact that he can get out and be mobile and has a big arm. And watch right here, though, he's going to flick it, but it's inaccurate. It's behind. I will point some of the blame on their coaching staff, seeing his mechanics. It really can be fixed a lot, and it's not the hardest thing to do. The hips don't lie on this play, and the way he's throwing his hips out to make that throw, it's going to go in the opposite direction right here. Just watch his mechanics. Yeah, that's not throwing the ball in the direction you want to hit him in. You want to hit him in stride. Watch here. I'll pause it one more time for you guys, and you guys can see for yourself right there. The way he's using his hips and the way he's just throwing it off the release, it's not going to work out just off of that, right? Because he's throwing it behind and the ball is going to sail to the other side of McLaurin's body. I think Canada will see those things and help him improve into a better quarterback. Now, right here is the thing I really like. He can extend plays. This is the huge upgrade over Mason Rudolph and Ben Roethlisberger. Watch him get out. I know a lot of people say he's slow and sluggish. Not true from watching the tape. He just didn't seem like he wanted to run at the 40-yard dash. But right here is where, Deontay and Chase Claypool and even James Washington are going to get helped out because their quarterback now can extend the plays better than, let's say, a Ben Roethlisberger can. Rather than having this play, just be dead, he can go out there and make that throw. Of course, for Chase Claypool, he doesn't even have to jump to make that catch. Next year, I think that quarterbacks will be more under pressure because, of course, we don't really have a center right now, a left tackle. We need another guard. The Castro's, getting older, and Dotson and Banner are only pieces. So having a quarterback that can get out by himself really does help and is bigger in frame and, of course, younger. That is going to help a lot. Obviously, the talent is there because he was picked in the first round for a reason. A lot of people are saying, he doesn't have the talent. It's not there. Well, no, that's not true. He just wasn't the smartest, with his decision making, didn't have the mechanics and didn't have anybody teaching him the mechanics. Also, the weapons part, he didn't really have any weapons, and that's not good for somebody like Dwayne. Right here, he will do it again, but his wide receiver drops the ball. Get out when he doesn't see anything there and extend a play that was dead and turn it into something. His wide receiver drops this ball, though. Unfortunate for him. Hopefully our wide receivers stop dropping balls next year, which I think will happen once they, get into a better position and don't have to catch it in front of like 3 dudes in front of them because they're playing a cover 2. I can't wait to see this in our system because if you guys remember, Ben and AB, they would create a lot of yards when the play was dead and just finding open space and throwing to that open space. I would love to see this with Chase and Deontay. One of the things I like right here is all the safeties are going to drop into this cover 4, and he's not going to try to force anything. He notices, hey, let's just go to the check down, because right here it really isn't a good play call by the offensive coordinator at all, but he manages to just make the smart play, not force anything, get a little dump off, which will be great if we have somebody like a Travis Etienne. I think we should draft Etienne. I think a lot of people are focused on Najee, but Etienne is better, running back when it comes to elusiveness and wide receiving out of the backfield. And I think this could help a young quarterback out a lot. So I think we should get him a weapon out of the backfield, because we really desperately need one right now. Right here is kind of an odd play. I don't know if this is coaching or the offensive play call, but he's going to check his read, which is the running back, before he checks the other side of the field. Right there, number 89 is going to be open, and he completely misses him the whole way through. And I think this is partly because he was checking the running back before he was checking the wide receivers. So I don't know if the coaches didn't really trust him enough to, make a throw to one of his wide receivers in a clutch situation. But this definitely didn't help him. He looked to one side of the field, didn't really look back at the other. So I don't know on the play sheet if it said, your running back is your first read and then the person on the other side is your second. But if it was like that, then it really just wasn't helping him at all. And I think those are things that he needs to clean up, whether it's play call or not. But right here is what I saw a lot on tape. He would try to throw deep, but Washington football team didn't really have any deep threats, which is something that he'll come into the Steelers and have Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and James Washington. Right here, Terry McLaurin, a great player, runs a little double move, but it really doesn't shake Mitchell at all. And, he's the type of kid, he wants to use his arm strength, he wants to get the ball out there, but a lot of the times he wasn't able to because nobody was open. Same thing is going to happen right here. He goes through his progressions really nicely, actually, but there's nobody downfield that he can possibly go to, and time is running out. For a young quarterback, this does not help his situation at all, and kind of just makes him look bad, especially when you've got Chandler Jones on your tail and there's no wide receivers who are creating any separation. I think it's great that he gets to come into a situation where our wide receivers are getting open. They're just not getting hit. So there's kind of a young chemistry there with the wide receivers and quarterback. Of course, Dwayne can hit Chase Claypool when he's going into his deep routes because he has that big arm. Just needs to work on some of the mechanics and getting a little faster through his progressions and decision making. Let me know what you guys think about Dwayne and our quarterback situation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's it for me. Peace.